Sports Talk Show. Your host is here for the show tonight to interview our special guest. Show highlight the Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, tennis, golf, and racing. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Tune in for all the news and scores, reporting on the games and so much more. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show.
Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of the Alford Sports Talk Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you join us here on a fantastic Friday night. We got a lot of stuff to get into. We're going to have a fantastic night. We're going to have fun, excitement, NFL draft, Major League Baseball, and a lot more here on the Alford Sports Talk Show. I'm going to let you go ahead. I'm going to talk about some serious matters too a bit later. But first, let me go ahead and thank one of our outstanding sponsors. Hey, you're going to get a chance to get something that's going to start the night off right. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Make sure you don't forget to go ahead and come on by to go ahead and get yourself some great sauce at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. If you can't come down to Tampa, it's okay. You can enjoy this beautiful sauce right there at FLBBQSauce.com, FLBBQSauce.com. Don't forget an opportunity to go ahead and get some great sauce, but also you're going to get a chance now to go ahead and take advantage of something. Get yourself Chef Special, 20% off by hitting in code GRILL20. The code is GRILL20, and you'll get another 20% off. Make sure when you taste that sauce, you let us know what you thought, and go ahead and enjoy it. The first song of the night was by Sam Scola Songs. You're going to hear a lot more Sam Scola songs throughout this broadcast. In fact, you're going to hear another one. It's the Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce song. Let's go.
Comes in for variety. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. A natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Make sure you don't forget to visit right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. Can't come down to Tampa, it's okay. You can visit them at flbbqsauce.com, flbbqsauce.com, hit in code GRILL20, enjoy 20% off right there on the website. Enjoy that sauce. Tastes even better now with a discount. There you go, folks. Thank you so much, Chef G's, for being one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. We tremendously appreciate you. So, yes, a lot to discuss. Welcome back on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. We did not have a show last Friday for those who are joining us because it was Good Friday. Good Friday is a show that we don't do in honor of the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And we don't do the show on Good Friday, but we're back. And I'm glad to have you guys back as well. So it's the NFL draft. If you have not seen it already or heard yet, Shedeur Sanders, as of me coming on live, was not signed as of yet. We're into the third round. And as I said on my show, I said it, there was a lot of mistakes that Shedeur Sanders, as well as his dad, made leading into the draft that I felt really, really put them in a poor position for something to happen that was not good. Even with all of that, I still felt as if Shedeur Sanders were going to get drafted somewhere in the first round, last, at worst case scenario, number 15. But I really thought, I kind of agree with what Daniel Jeremiah, who, if you look at the NFL Network broadcast, it's the gentleman to the right. I had got a chance to ask him twice before the draft, a month or so before and a week before the draft, where he was at. At no point in time did he have Shedeur Sanders, I believe, further than 13. And as of the third round, he has not been drafted. It's in the other room now, but this is a colossal fail. You know, there's a chapter in my book, Say a Little Heart Out, called May I Please Have a Piece of Humble Pie? May I please have a piece of humble pie? This is not a piece of humble pie. This is a pie of humble pie, and we're closing up the store. We got a couple of extra humble pies. Do you want to take those two with you? Because we're going to throw them out, sir. So please take it. That's how much humble pie this is. And the reason being, the mistakes that I said he made, number one, if your name was not Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, or Travis Hunter, you needed to be at that combine working out. Shedeur Sanders and crew, not just him, they let their head get big. They blew off the combine, which I thought was a huge mistake. They didn't do it. Started making demands on top of that. We don't want to go to the Browns. We don't want to go to this team. We don't want to go to this team. There was about 5 or 6 teams that they had said they didn't want to go because of the cold weather. They felt as if the team was not going to be that good. Now you're putting yourself in a position where you're turning people off. And it is obvious to me. It was actually obvious in the first round. Let's say he got picked in the second round, which was a good possibility. He was going to be one of the first picks in the second round because the Brown was there. Chicago was up on there. And it was clear to me in the first round, they were sending a statement that, nah, brother, nope. They were sending a clear statement because any of those teams, if they really wanted him, they could have got him in the first round. You typically want to get a quarterback in the second round that you really want just because they can be taken by somebody else. And if you're going to get a second round draft pick, you don't usually go with those type of picks for your starter or somebody you're going to plug in right away. Of course, anything can happen, but this is about ego and Shedeur Sanders. And I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. Let me not say this. I said this before the draft. I felt as if it was a mistake. One thing about me is that there's no hate here. But if I see you as an athlete or I see you as a person and I don't agree with your moves, I'm going to say it respectfully. Hey, I wouldn't have done this if I were you. I wouldn't have started going on about teams I don't want to go to. and I definitely would have showed up the combine. If your name wasn't those three names, Cameron Ward, Abdul Carter, or Travis Hunter, you needed to be at the combine and show them. When I even use example in sales, one of the things that's a powerful sales tool, you can try to sell somebody into something, but if you just show them the product and let them see it, sometimes that's a much better sales tool than you trying to sell them into doing anything. You got to sometimes just show the product. And when you don't show the product, and you did show a little tryout 2 or 3 weeks before the draft, but that wasn't the combine. And not every single team was there. Not as many reps was there. And it also showed that you were kind of desperate and you're trying to, you're trying to call your own shots, create your own pathway and wave. You're not Justin Fields. You can't call shots like that. And I've always said, I think Shedeur Sanders is a good quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he takes too many sacks. And there's some things in his game that need some work. And it's no hating, but I think if I was rating him as a college athlete quarterback, I would probably give him about a 6.5, 7. I wouldn't give him much more than that. His arm is okay, but I believe there's other options that are better. You can maybe trade for a quarterback. And not only that, I just feel like there isn't much upside. When you have somebody who's okay and then you come across like you're uncoachable on top of that, or there's a lot of drama, they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go in another direction. You're okay, you're all right, but with the amount of drama I have to go with on top of you just being okay, I'm just gonna go another direction. Usually when I was growing up, the players that got credence as far as being drama kings and kind of quote unquote troublemakers, those were absolute studs. They were just flat out the best of the best. They was undeniable. If you're not in that category and you're not all of that, they're just going to look past you, especially when they think you got drama, especially when they think they got headaches, and especially if they think you're uncoachable. And that's what it is. Yes. So, that's the thing. And when it comes to this draft, I said it. He should have just work out the combine. Just go ahead and work out the combine. See what happens. And he didn't. And let me give you an update. See if he's gotten signed so far. It was the start of the 3rd round. Let me see where he's at. Let's see here. I'll let you know real quick. Let me see here. Okay. I don't have him being taken yet, but this is kind of like up to date a few minutes ago. But this is, it shouldn't have went to the 3rd round. That's no one saw that coming. Even with the issues, even with the drama, I didn't even see him going out of the 1st round. I mean, I thought he was going to be taken in the 1st round, worst case scenario, 15th pick. We've already gotten past the 1st round. We're now in the 2nd. Didn't get taken in the 2nd round at all, which is even more surprising because I thought for sure the Browns were going to take him when the day started. They didn't. And then I was like, that's not good. But yeah, this is a case of you got to make sure if you're an athlete that you eat humble pie and you're coachable. And yes, and definitely I really appreciate Planet of Yes, that's awesome. Yep. So thank you so much, for joining us here on the Allen Alford Sports Show. People commenting, and I want to read a couple of those comments. Then I'll pivot back on this. But it says Jeter needs to see women play baseball; it would sell itself. Yes, I agree. It's always cool it's always cool for people to, Derek Jeter, and for women to get their shine. You have flag football, you have baseball, and it would be really nice if Derek Jeter would what she's referring to as far as Derek Jeter maybe getting involved in women's football and women's baseball. This is American Girls Baseball League, and it would be really cool if he did get involved. And when I say get involved, is maybe show up, but also make a charitable donation is what they're hoping for. To make a charitable donation. I did a couple of interviews, and the girls are big fans of Derek Jeter. He has 3 girls of his own. He just has now a son. It would be really cool, and we'll see if that comes to fruition. He's definitely got the money. If he can find his heart to support, and somehow the entire league would be more than appreciative. So if Derek Jeter, you're watching American Girls Baseball, I'll connect you with them. And if you can help, that'll be something that they would be more than highly appreciative of. And for you to come out and visit them, that'll be awesome too. If the money can't work, if you can stop by and visit, anything that you could do to help, they would be appreciative. Let us know here on the Alford Sports Talk Show, and we will make the connection to make it happen for you. But yes, that will be really, really awesome. Yes, and let me just make sure. And I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Let me just see here. And the chat is open, guys. Definitely, you can feel free to chat in here on the Alford Sports Talk Show. Yes, so as I was saying, you got to make sure that you eat some humble pie, and I'm going to talk more about this topic of humbling yourself, because that's what this is. This is a clear statement. No way near that you would be in the 3rd round. This is a clear statement the league, the NFL is making, as far as Shedeur Sanders, and I hate to say it, also his dad is in here too. They don't want to deal with the drama. They don't want to deal with this second guessing, the backseat driver type of thing with, your dad. He's gonna have to be coached by another coach. Shedeur Sanders has only been coached by his dad, which is great. But sometimes when you do have those father-son type of situations, just talking, you see that quite often in boxing. It can lead to other issues when you get a new trainer, because the trainer does things differently. They are not going to have that same connection as the dad. They going to usually, in most cases, there's differences on coaching style, but they're usually going to be, treating you more like another player. There is no favoritism. And that has a lot to do with it as well. And so I think it's a package when you get Shedeur Sanders with the dad. And it's clear. It was clear to me in the 1st round, but it's ultra glaring that because of that package, that dynamic, a lot of the teams don't want to deal with it. They don't want the drama. They don't want the headaches. They don't want the social media when something doesn't go their way. They don't want the headaches, the drama at all. They want to rid of all of that. And on top of that, they're saying that Shedeur Sanders' talent doesn't justify us going through that. If we felt as if he was good enough, we might have considered taking the risk. We don't feel as if he's good enough, and because of that, we're not going to bother. That's what the league is saying. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that one thing you can do if you want to get in Green Bay, if you want to go to Chicago, you want to go to Cleveland, you want to go to Florida, you want to go to Texas, and you want to purchase a home, guess what? CTC ME Mortgage can help you in all the above destinations. That's right. CTC ME Mortgage can help you in a home in all 50 states. And the nice thing about it is, all you got to do is give a call, or my friend right there, Kurt McCray, can help you. That's right. Give him a call or text anytime, day or night, on the weekends. He works round the clock as a mortgage broker to help you day and night. That's right. Thank you, CTCME Mortgage, for being an outstanding sponsor here of the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Feel free to call or text Kurt McCray at 346-527-7564. Again, that's 346-527-7564. Or you can go ahead and visit ctcmemortgage.com. I'm going to play another Sam Scola song for you. That's a CTCME Mortgage song. Let's go.
CTCME Mortgage Company, they stand by their loyalty. CTCME Mortgage Company, you can trust their honesty. Make the call today. There's no extra fees to pay. You can take a loan to own a new home. CTCME Mortgage Company, they stand by their loyalty. CTCME Mortgage Company, you can trust their honesty. Get a low interest rate, there's no need to wait. Finance a payment plan. Kurt McCray is your man. CTCME Mortgage Company. CTCME Mortgage Company. CTCME Mortgage Company.
CTCME Mortgage Company. That's right. Available in all 50 states. Feel free to give, call, or text Kurt McCray today. 346-527-7564. 346-527-7564. Get your dream home today. Let us know about it tomorrow. Thank you so much, CTCME Mortgage, for being an outstanding sponsor here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. We tremendously appreciate you. Yeah, so it's been awesome. And we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about something here, since we're talking about, people getting caught up and letting their emotions get the best of them. Let me just show you this quick picture here and show you what I'm talking about. This is a perfect example of. This is from Derrick Henry, Cam Ward. No flashy jewelry, no flashy suit, no flashy girlfriend hogging the attention, just a regular suit, thin chain, alma mater pin, and his parents by his side. Yeah, he's playing 20 years of Pro Bowl football. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's not about the flash. It's not about the followers. It's not about the Instagram. All of that did not even amount to a first or second round pick. That is wow. Some of the big highlights that happened in first round was the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars traded up with the Browns to get Travis Hunter. And right then and there, when they did that move and the Browns allowed the trade to happen, I knew right then and there they weren't going to get Shedeur Sanders in that first round, because you wouldn't trade up you wouldn't give away your pick because somebody else might get him. So the Jacksonville Jaguars really wanted Travis Hunter and they got their guy. So yeah, so I'll keep you posted if anything changes. But yeah, that's a lot of humble pie there. And I'm going to talk real quick about this topic here with the Shannon Sharpe deal and the controversy that's going on with him, as you all saw, because it's been all over the place. I took a look at all of quote unquote the evidence, quote unquote things that were said. I looked at the accuser's profile and I assessed everything. And looking at everything that was available to me as of right this moment, Shannon Sharpe, with all due respect, and I really, really admire Shannon Sharpe. He's doing a fantastic job. He's doing phenomenal. He's killing the game times 5. But he had a real mental lapse dealing with this. He let his guard down and he made a huge mistake because you cannot let a 19-year-old girl, OnlyFans girl, outsmart you. And that's what Shannon did. He let a 19-year-old OnlyFans model, girl, whatever you want to call it, completely outsmart him. She did a double reverse refrigerator, as they said in the movie Jumanji. Double reverse refrigerator, and completely baffled him. A Philly special, and just outsmarted a 54-year-old man at the time. Yes, she did. I looked at the profile, the accuser profile, and this is what it said. I love Jim and dinos, and it had an emoji of a dino, and right below that, it had an OnlyFans link. And then all of the pictures was basically about, very similar photos, which I agree. She's about a 4 or 5. She's not no dime piece at all. I'm just being honest and fair with this assessment. I'm not trying to knock anybody, not trying to diss anybody. But if you ask me what would I rate, I would say a 4 or 5. The makeup was kind of caked on. It looked very amateurish. And not only that, we can clearly see what part of her body she's trying to accentuate, and that's the rear derriere. And I love Jim and dinos. That's what it said. It had an OnlyFans link. And it's clear that this person doesn't have anything else going on other than that. No school, no work. I mean, what I mean by work is, outside of OnlyFans, nothing. Nothing that was really redeeming. No goals. Dinos. Okay, you like the gym? Okay, I like working out too. When I have free time, I'll go to the gym too. I've always enjoyed working out, but that's nothing to, it's good. Everybody should keep fit. Everybody should go to the gym at some point throughout the day, whether you're young, old, you should have physical activity. That does not separate yourself from someone else. Yes, some people do it better and are more consistent than others, but that's not something to write home about. And dinos, you can go to Dinosaur World. It's not too far from here. Dinosaur World. That's the only thing. He should have just easily vetted this out. He's a person who's been in the business for a long time, Hall of Famer. You know that there's girls, what they're about. This is a situation where a young female basically saw an opportunity, and you can clearly tell in this, just in the interactions, that things were getting abusive on both sides. I would almost say they were both being a jerk to each other. And this 19-year-old at the time, 22 now, basically saw an opportunity, said, okay, I know that if I ruffle him and get him upset, he's going to say some things that are kind of inappropriate, because that's obviously the pattern of behavior that's been going on between the two of them. So she said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to record him, get him on tape saying these things. And then now I got him hooked. Shannon's response was, this is a shakedown. Well, you're right. It is a shakedown, but it's a setup and a shakedown. And you played right into it. And I can't really feel bad for the situation, because this was nothing really sophisticated. This girl had nothing going for herself. Okay, you're 4 or 5 and you're on OnlyFans. Okay, that's a good qualification. No, it's somebody you gotta be more selective in who you deal with, especially when you have clout, especially when you have something to lose. You had a lot to lose in this situation, a lot, and unfortunately, it's going to get a lot worse and it's going to get better because already he's taking a leave of absence. It's already out here in a public forum. Doesn't look good, and yeah. And the reason why I say this portion is already kind of won because they ruin your rep. They're going to get paid. I hate to say it because, and that's another thing. Your attorney is not good. Why would the attorney admit that you offered her $10 million? Why would that's not good information to put out in the public eye? And that's not something that you really should put out in the public eye because you can't win this case in court. You can't win it in court. Let me just take that off real quick. You can't win this case in court at this point. It's a matter in court. So you might as well save your evidence. Don't tell them that. Why would you say, yeah, we offered a $10 million? Why, people don't just give you $10 million. That just makes you look like you're guilty. That's clear as day. It makes you look like you're guilty because why would you give somebody $10 million? Especially if they're falsely accusing you, especially if somebody doesn't have anything that's true. Yes, I get the fact that you might just want to, get away from it, but yeah, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Now let's look at the profile. Let's look at the profile now. Before it said, I love Jim and dinos. And it didn't even have dinosaur spelled out. It had dino and then it had emoji. But let's look at it now, shall we? Let's look at the profile now. And you could tell that that this person is eating this up and enjoying it because when we first started, they had nowhere near the amount of followers they have now. Now they have 514K. Nothing is disabled. And now they went ahead and put their full name. Before it has, I'm not going to say their name, but it said a different name than is their IG name. Now they put their actual name and said, yep, I got one with a pointing to the OnlyFans. So this is just, even though there's not a lot of information on here, they're saying a lot just with the little bit they're putting out here. I'm about that glam. I'm about myself. I'm self-absorbed. And yes, subscribe to my OnlyFans for $12.99 a month, which is actually kind of high. This shows you that this person is obviously very self-absorbed because most people would not charge $12.99 for an OnlyFans subscription. Some do, but the smarter ones usually give you a subscription for free, or they'll charge a small nominal fee, $3 or $4, $6 for 90 days, because the real sell is not the subscription. The really hook is for you to get enticed by their pictures and now pay for more additional content. The subscription is not where the sale is. That's where the setup to the big sales are. It's kind of like I give you a trial period of something for a subscription. Well, the trial is not really where the money's at. You constantly subscribing or buying additional content. The key is content, paying for content. $12.99 is on the higher side. Yeah, Shannon used poor judgment all the way around on this, and unfortunately, he's gonna have to pay the price on this, and he is already paying the price. I would say this is already a win for the accuser because they're gonna get paid. You already offered 10. Now they got all this evidence and out. You're gonna offer less now. You're gonna offer 5 and win? No, it ain't gonna work that way. It ain't gonna work that way. One of the things said 25K a cheek. You went from 25K a cheek, which is 50K, now to 50 million. and the number is just going to keep going up because to me, and that attorney, this rest in peace to Johnny Cochran. You did not hire somebody that resembled Johnny Cochran. I'm sorry. You did not. You did not hire somebody that's in the ballpark of a Johnny Cochran. Yes, I mean, why would the attorney admit that you offered $10 million to the accuser? That's not good for the attorney. The attorney you hired is, I don't know. That's something you should not have put out there. You should have just said, "Hey, we're innocent. We're going to fight these charges. This is something that we're not guilty of. The rest of the information you're going to have to see us in court." That's it. That's it. You don't have to tell them you offered $10 million. That's not something you should have done. So this is a big mistake on Shannon's part. As much I really admire Shannon Sharpe, I really do. Looking at everything, all the details, he got bamboozled and got fooled by a 19-year-old OnlyFans model or girl. I wouldn't even call her a model, to be honest with you. Just because you put picture on the internet doesn't make you a model, as far as I'm concerned. And this is a good lesson for the fellas out there. You gotta be thinking. You gotta be thinking. This is. He should have vetted this out real easy. This. I love Jim and Dinos. And here's my OnlyFans link. Now they put their full name up after this came out with all the comments that are flying in because they're getting a lot of traffic now on their IG, getting all these followers just like they wanted. And the OnlyFans is probably just blowing up. This person did not have their name on there, but just a little bit they're saying, with a little bit of using this, you can vet this out, guys. You can vet this out. Now they got their name on there, which they didn't have before. They have their IG name and their real name because they're loving the attention. They're loving this. This is good for them. This is good. They're getting their followers lift going up. Yes, you guys are going on there taking digs at her, taking some nasty comments. I see all those. There's plenty of those, but their following list is going up. Now they're putting their name. Hey, this is me. Ding, 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 ding. This is me. Just in case you didn't know, you're in the right place. Come on, fellas. Come on, man. Yeah. I hate to see, the black and brown community get taken down for foolishness like this. And it's becoming a pattern. But this is real talk, man. This is real talk. Got to be smarter than this. And we do have somebody joining in. I just wanted to just say something real quick here. Okay. Yes, and hi, Iman. We have somebody joining in. Thank you to the people from IG. Oh, yes. Okay, great. Definitely congratulations to Stefania. It's the first time I've actually got a chance to congratulate her. She has a baby on the way. She got married and doing big things, becoming a family woman, as they would say, becoming a mother, and that's awesome. It's fantastic. So congratulations to Stefania. That's wonderful. Definitely, I saw the post of the baby on the way. So definitely praying for a healthy baby. And I'm going to bring in Lou in just a moment. I just want to go ahead and just thank one of our sponsors before I do that. And let me do that right now. Yes, if you need to travel to Green Bay to go ahead and watch right there the NFL draft, you want to travel on a cruise, you want to go ahead and travel internationally, domestically, you want a destination wedding. I was just talking about somebody who just got married. Destination wedding, group travel, corporate event travel. Guess what? Pushpin Adventures can help you. That's right. Give Pushpin Adventures a call today, call or text, and you are going to make a trip and a destination you will never forget. That is right. Thank you, Pushpin Adventures, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Thank you, Pushpin Adventures. And feel free to call or text Monique, 626-838-1006, 626-838-1006. Definitely go ahead and get that cruise or that destination, wedding, whatever your heart desires. They can help you. I'm going to play another Sam Scola song, the Pushpin Adventure song. Let's go.
Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Book a trip with Pushpin Adventures. Travel on a cruise with Pushpin Adventures. Take a vacation with Pushpin Adventures. Tour around the world with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Make a reservation with Pushpin Adventures. The best value deal with Pushpin Adventures. Plan a getaway with Pushpin Adventures. Escaping today with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures.
Pushpin Adventures. Definitely make that dream a reality today. Give Monique a call at 626-838-1006, 626-838-1006, or you can visit them at pushpinadventures.com, pushpinadventures.com. After you take that beautiful trip, let us know about it here at the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Thank you, Pushpin Adventures, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. We tremendously appreciate you. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring on Lou. How you been?
Thanks, Alan. All right.
That's good to hear. So
Thanks, Sam.
I'm glad to hear from you. Everything's all right?
Yeah.
By the way, I haven't, after when the third round just started, I had to go on live. Did they take Shedeur yet?
Nothing.
Wow.
I thought by now he would have got something.
I thought for sure, like yesterday was a slap in his face.
Yes,
Absolutely a slap in his face. I thought today they were going to make amends and somebody was going to take him early in the second round. But the fact that they didn't get him early and he got midway and then the better team started coming up, I said, uh-oh. And lo and behold, we're in the third round. Do you know what pick they're on?
Let's see. Right now, well, then they're in the third round right now, so we'll have to look and see just where.
It was just at the third round when I came on, and if he was going to get picked at the point I had to go on to the live, he was going to be in the third round. He was going to be a third round pick. I would
have said the second round.
Yeah, worst case scenario, Lou. I thought he was going to go in the first round at number 15. Worst case scenario. I did not see him not go in the first round, and not to be taken in the second round. I want to get your opinion on that. What do you think this is? What do you think this is about? Because it's clearly something's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't figure out myself. I mean, I thought for sure by now he would be drafted. I mean, a lot of people were, claiming that he was going to get picked in the first round, like maybe near the top of it, but that didn't go well. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the second. A lot of people are very unhappy with this right now, and they're showing some of their anger and disgust of this. So I think maybe that they're really stiffing him.
I
He
agree.
wasn't he wasn't bad in college, so I don't understand why he's not getting. I mean, he was not a bad player.
I agree. Like, okay, yes, he wasn't a number 1, 2, or 3 pick, but
Right.
I would say first round, 13 or maybe 15, somewhere in the
Yeah.
first round.
And he's still
Not
not.
and now you didn't take him the first round, which was a major slap in his face, and you didn't take him in the second round. That's like there's something going on here. There's something clearly going on because now I actually feel bad for him now. At first, I was like, it was good for him to
Yeah.
get humbled. Now I actually feel like I feel bad for the kid now.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, because it's something going on because there's no way you would be treated like this. I mean,
No.
unfortunately I think this has a lot to do with Dion. They don't want to deal with the drama where if something goes
Oh,
wrong,
of course.
Dion's going to say something publicly because he has a big social media following. He doesn't even have to say anything. He just tweet it. He can say it on Instagram, you know. But as of right now, what you're
Well,
seeing, he hasn't been taken.
LeBron is the basketball. Dion was the football. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I like at first I was saying, you know what, it's good for him to get humbled, but now I feel like, wow, you just like you're treating the kid like crap now. That's
Yeah,
just,
you are.
and he's a kid. I mean, at the end of the day, he's not an adult. You know,
No.
wow. I actually feel bad for him now. I mean, you're in the third round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just see. Just can you confirm if he's been taken yet?
He has not.
Wow. They got to be at least 10 picks into the third round now because
There,
the
yeah,
third
yes.
round, they don't give you 10 minutes anymore. For those who don't know, they give you 5 minutes per pick. So it's been at least
Yeah.
30 minutes that I've last checked it. It was right at the start of the third round. They had the Eagles and the Chiefs, and I knew the Eagles and the Chiefs were not going to take him. They don't have a need for him in quarterback there at those two teams. So I knew they weren't going to take him. It was foregone he's going to be in the third round, but I thought somebody would take him early in the third round. So how have you been?
All right.
Yeah. So yes, I'm sorry if you got the message late. Good Friday is a Friday.
Yeah,
We don't do the
I kind
show.
of thought you were headed towards that way. So
Yeah, yeah. You
yeah,
know,
I wasn't sure if I was going to do a show last week or not, but I actually might be doing it.
yes, and you can update us on the hockey playoffs. What are you seeing there?
Right now, Devils are down 2-0 in the series. They're up 2-1 now in this game, but Carolina is fighting back. So there's going to be a problem for the Devils here. You know, Carolina's a very strong team, and they're not going away. But the Capitals Montreal series is turning out better than I thought. I mean, I believe the Montreal won tonight, and they only lost to Washington by 1 goal each in the first two games. So while the Canadians are only an 8th seed and we're one of the worst, they are really giving Washington a hard time. I didn't expect this at all.
Yeah, the when the playoffs happen, there's always going to be a surprise, and I don't know if I don't think my team, the Tampa Bay Lightning, is going to make it past the Panthers. The Panthers are on fire,
No,
and I don't see it happening at all. When they lost the first two games,
yeah,
and you let the Panthers get momentum, and I felt like they were the better team anyway.
uh-huh.
I just didn't. I didn't see that happening. I really didn't.
No, I didn't either. But the Winnipeg Jets are still, holding their own. They're the number one team in the entire league, and they're still holding up. So the President's Trophy winners are holding up to the bargain because most of the time the President's Trophy winners, just bomb out.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Knicks Pistons series it's going better than I expected. It's been very close all three games. I thought game two was going to be repeated game one because the Pistons were collapsing in the later stage of the fourth quarter. The Knicks missed a wide shot by a few inches, and that would have given the Knicks maybe a 2-0, maybe a 3-0 lead as of last night because they won against the Pistons on their home court. So now we really got a series.
Oh yeah, you sure do. You sure
Yeah.
do. Yeah, so
My
it's
apologies to my colleague in Detroit.
okay. Yeah,
Yes.
but yeah, it's so. What'd you talk about last week anyway on your show?
Well, we were discussing the playoffs. We were going over, what to expect in the draft. So far, the Giants, I think, got the better hand right now. They got, the kid from Penn State. So that was Abdul. So that was a great move by their part. Jets really didn't get anybody that great. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens there. What they really need though is a running back and a safety, because just going for the quarterback, that's not going to help you win games. Mm.
Yeah,
And
you're right about
we did
that.
some NBA, and we even covered a little bit of WrestleMania too, because we had some WrestleMania fans in the crowd.
Okay, so tell us
Yeah.
about that.
Well, that's not my department. That's my co-host. He is the expert on the WrestleMania, but we'll discuss that tomorrow.
Okay, tell us
Yes.
what do you got cooking for tomorrow on the show?
Well, of course, we're going to continue with the playoffs because it's ongoing. We'll try and cover as much of the draft we can. I don't think we can do all 7 rounds. That would take forever. So we'll do the best we can. We'll take a look at more MLB. The NBA in-season awards have been out this week. They've been handing out individually, not all at once. They've been doing it separate days. So we'll cover that tomorrow. We'll try and do some recapping on WrestleMania. We'll take care of the UFL and
There
also,
you go.
yeah. UFL. We'll have the ridiculous moment of the week. Oh boy, if I got using for that one. Of course, sports trivia. This week in sports history. Oh, and of course, the best and worst of the month of April. Oh boy, if I got a few of that one too. More so on the best part, but we did have some bad moments in the month of April as well. So
Yeah,
remember, the number is 512-543-4662 from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Check us out on YouTube. Go to YouTube and type in theenhancedsportshow.com. And don't forget to like and share the page as well.
yeah, there you go. Make sure you visit Lou right there, folks. Don't forget to go ahead and check him out between 4 and 6 Saturday, Eastern Standard Time Zone. Lou at the Enhanced Sports Show. You can type in the Enhanced Sports Show on YouTube, and you could definitely give him a call right there at 512-543-4662. Again, it's 512-543-4662. He's going to have a lot of great topics, including the draft. And to give you guys up to date on the draft, we're up to, I found the tracker, the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers are on the clock with the 86th pick in the third round. As of right now, Shedeur Sanders has not been picked. And
No.
he's not going to get taken by the Chargers. You can forget that. Just because the Chargers pick is in, they haven't announced it just because they don't have a need there.
No.
So, wow. So as a third round, and we're at the 86th pick, he has not been taken as of yet, folks. And come to think of it, it's about 13 or so, 13, 14 picks left in the third round.
I don't think anybody expected this to be thrown that
Yeah.
low.
I felt like he needed to be humbled, but I feel bad for the kid now. I do. I was like, wow, I did not see this coming at all. I thought worst case scenario is going to be the first
No.
round 15th pick. I did not see this result at all. In fact, Daniel Jeremiah, the person on the right hand side of the panel, two
Yes.
times, folks, I interviewed him. 2 times I got a chance to question him, I should say, before the draft, a week ago and a month ago before the draft. Both times he had Shedeur Sanders like low teens, 13. He had him, I think, 7 or 8 before. He never had him any further than 13. For him not to get picked into the third round right now, as of yet, that's shocking.
That is.
But yeah, Lou, I appreciate you. You the man.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So tomorrow, folks, between 4 and 6 Eastern Standard Time Zone. That phone number again is 512-543-4662. 512-543-4662. Definitely you the man, Lou. I appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Take care. Thank you for joining in.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
Alan.
Bye now. That's Lou from the Enhanced Sports Show. Make sure you guys support him. And that phone number is right there, 512-543-4662. 512-543-4662. Yes, so I want to give you guys some UFL news. I want to give you the score in the fourth quarter. We have the Memphis Showboats 17, the Birmingham Stallions 12. Let me try to get you a time in the fourth quarter of that game. Friday night games, yes. So the Memphis Showboats are winning 17-12 in the fourth quarter. Let me try to get the game. Let me just go ahead and get into it. Okay. Yep. 17. Yes. Yeah, so let me get these. Okay. I wasn't able to get the score. It's in the fourth quarter. The time, I should say. The time, up-to-date time. I'll keep checking for you guys. But let me also mention that we have a big game this weekend. Big game. It's going to be 3 versus 3-1 versus 3-1. The DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. That game is on Sunday. And let me pull up that schedule of that too. So you guys will have that as well. Let me see something here. Touchdown by Jordan Thomas. So the Showboats are trying to knock off the Birmingham Stallions. So we'll see if that comes into fruition. Okay, so these so the weekend games we have here. Let's see. DC faces Arlington. Okay, 12 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. And we have at 3 p.m. Eastern time, Houston versus San Antonio. So there's 2 games on Sunday. You have the DC Defenders versus Arlington Renegades, 12 p.m. That game, I will be able to go ahead and give you guys the press conference right after the game. I'll be able to ask them questions. So you get reactions here on the Allen Alford Sportsbook Show from the DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. That game starts at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And then we have the Houston versus that's Houston Roughnecks versus San Antonio Brahmas, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Both games are going to be on ESPN, so make sure you guys tune in and check that out. So I will make sure that I give you guys some insight on that game. I know there's a Saturday night game. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to get that as well for you guys. Yes. And let me give you guys that as well. You guys are awesome. And then I'm going to give you some other news here. 1 second. Okay, so we have Friday's night game. Okay, yes, that was the other game. Saturday night game is at 7 p.m. The Michigan Panthers versus the St. Louis Battlehawks. So to recap, there's a game going on right now. The Memphis Showboats versus the Birmingham Stallions. You have the Michigan Panthers versus the St. Louis Battlehawks at 7 p.m. Saturday. Sunday, you have a doubleheader, 12 p.m. Eastern time. DC Defenders versus the Arlington Renegades. That's at 12. And at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you have the Roughnecks versus the Brahmas on Sunday. action-packed Sunday, action-packed weekend. Let me check the draft tracker. And we're at the 80th pick. Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. And they're not going to pick Shedeur Sanders because they already have a quarterback. Actually, the next two picks are from the Jags. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You have 13 picks left. Well, you have 15, I should say. You have 15 picks left, but the next two picks are the Jaguars. So the 13 picks left after that are from different teams. So you have, I don't believe the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to pick them for the next two picks. The Rangers, I'm sorry, not the Rangers. The Los Angeles Rams, no. The Ravens, no. The Seattle Seahawks, no. That is if they don't trade up. The Saints, they might. I don't think the Browns are going to. The Patriots, no. The Eagles, no. The Vikings, no. The Raiders, I doubt. The Raiders have two more picks in this third round, back-to-back. I'm doubtful on that. But then you have the 49ers, the Falcons. Falcons, no. And the Texans, no. So I'm not too confident at this point. We'll see. But yeah, this one from, maybe it was good to get some humble pie to I feel bad for the kid now. I really do. I mean, he hasn't been picked. He's still a kid trying to make it at the end of the day. I do feel as if people need to watch and listen more to the Allen Alford Sports Talk show when I tell you and give you some sound advice. Give you some sound advice. Said he should have worked out there. Stay away from girls that only work out and and love dinos. We could go to Dinosaur World, but that's about it. And last but not least, stay away from them OnlyFans girls. Especially only, if they tell you I just go to the gym and dino. But that's crazy. Yes, Santa. Yes. Let me just pull up something real quick for you guys. I just want to show something here. Okay. So in Major League Baseball news, let me go ahead and pull that up here. Yes. I want to definitely give a shout out to the Tampa Baseball Museum. Really appreciate them, as well as Arminda Mata and her team from the Tampa Baseball Museum, as well as I know she does work with the Ybor City Museum, and she's outstanding. Really appreciate the event that they had, which included Joe Madden, and want to thank Joe Madden as well, and Rick Vaughn, the two authors that will be highlighted there. Want to thank Larry Rothschild as well, who all of them did an interview here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk show. That was a fantastic event. I did help promote the event before. I want to thank some of the people who did show up, who saw my video and then showed up and supported. Thank you to Mary. Thank you to Bruce Reynolds. Bruce Reynolds also did give me a copy of his book. I do have it in the other, behind me here. I'm going to post something nice up when I put the pictures up, which should be, if not tomorrow, it'll be on Monday. But yes, it's going to be kind of like the collage of everything, and it's going to be awesome. So really props to them. That was an outstanding event. That was Monday. It was really, really cool. That's why I really enjoy working with the Tampa Baseball Museum. They're just great people working there. Great to be involved with. Really proud and happy to be associated with them in a positive way. And just in case you missed that earlier, yep, definitely there was a fan chimed in here, Sandy, that Derek Jeter, if you can help out with women playing baseball, they would be highly appreciative of that. Whether that means stopping by, making a charitable donation, I know they would love that. That would be fantastic. If you can't do the donation, if you come by, that would be fantastic. They would love to see you. A lot of fans you have there at the American Girls Baseball League. So definitely. And the Yankees are up top 15-11. 15 wins, 11 losses. They're 1 game ahead, 1.5 games, I should say, ahead of the Red Sox. The Rays, actually, they're second to last, but they're only 3.5 games out of it. So, and the Rams are on the clock for the next pick, and the Ravens are right after that, and the Seahawks are right after that. I don't see any of those 3 teams taking Shedeur because they don't have a need. And let me just try to think. And the Saints are not going to take him, who's on the clock too, because they picked a quarterback already. So then you're down to the Browns. Wait. Yeah. Maybe the Raiders, 34th. They have 2 picks back to back, 98 and 99. But as of right now, Shedeur Sanders has not been taken. I know this is good. I was able to get the tracker on here. Congrats to all the people who have been taken. Oh, and that was what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I did want to share my thoughts on this. With the jersey retirement, Shedeur Sanders, as well as Travis Hunter, had gotten their college football jerseys retired. It was just a few days before the draft. And I wanted to kind of let you know my thoughts on that. I would have to say I can definitely clearly understand, and I would agree with Travis Hunter getting his number retired. Absolutely. You know, you got to look at the situation. He played for Colorado, a player of his caliber, his talent, and as great as he played, you won't see that too often come through Colorado because you could go to one of the bigger colleges and have more exposure, a la less Deion Sanders. But yeah, if you went to, the typical Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Ohio State, if you went to some of those bigger schools, the Penn States and, Notre Dame, you got some more exposure and you played great, your draft stock would be high. So Travis won the Heisman and he was a two-way player. Those are unique features that you may not ever see again. So I can completely understand them retiring Travis Hunter's number, even though he didn't win a bowl game and even though they didn't have the best winning record. Individually, Travis Hunter, yes. If I had a vote, I would vote for his number to be retired as well. I would vote yes with that too. Now we're back to the man who, I said this prior to what happened today as far as the draft. Shedeur did not deserve to get his number retired. Let's call for what it is. I mean, you didn't win anything as far as bowl games. You didn't play that great, to just be real. You had a lot of sacks. You had a couple of games that you was all right in. You played all right, but there was nothing stellar. If you get a jersey retired, you have to be stellar. You have to be exemplary. Hence the reason why I didn't see it going to the 3rd round, but I didn't think he was going to be in the top 10 picks. It could have happened that he could have been a top 10 pick if a team moved up and they moved up to try to get him. I didn't, to have your number retired from a collegiate standpoint, what you've done in college. No, I did not see that. And again, this is not hating on the kid. It's not hating. It's just being real. Like, that's one of the things about people nowadays is that they think because you say something that's critical, you're hating. No, you're giving your opinion. My opinion is I didn't see him do anything spectacular to get a number or jersey retired. There's a lot of great college players that balled out that didn't get their number even nowhere near retired. So I didn't see it. I would say Travis, yes, absolutely. Shedeur, no. And this is some of the part and parcel of why his draft stock slid. They were, I think the NFL is sending a clear message where we're tired of getting this, you're getting all of these awards and accolades and social media attention for not doing as much on the field that we would hope for. So the NFL is sending a clear message today as to what's up. And yeah, you got to show the work in the field. And I don't feel as if Shedeur, and I watched a lot of their games, I didn't see anything that was noteworthy of a jersey retirement. I thought I saw a player that played all right. The record was all right. You had a couple of flashes. I mean, it wasn't all bad. There was a couple of, great plays, but a lot of those plays were sometimes not the best of passes. That's why your counterpart won the Heisman, because he made it look great. But you look at the tape yourself. Yes, and yeah, so I didn't agree with the Travis. I did agree with the jersey retirement. I did not agree with it with Shedeur, but I do think Shedeur was going to be picked at least in the first round by number 15. I did say that I did think his stock was going to get hurt by him not, going to the combine. I definitely said that, and so where we're at is where the Ravens pick is next. They're the 91st pick in the third round. As of now, Shedeur has not been taken. The Ravens are not going to take him. And the Seahawks, I don't think we're going to take him either. I don't see the Saints taking him. I definitely don't see the Browns taking him. The Patriots, no. The Eagles, no. The Vikings, no. The Raiders do have 2 picks, 98 and 99. That's a possibility. But I don't think that's going to play itself out. And then you got the 49ers, you got the Falcons, and the Texans. None of those 3 teams at the bottom of the draft, I think, are going to take them. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks are left. Yes, so one thing I did want to do is go ahead and give my man a lot of props, a lot of shine, because he deserves it. All the music you hear tonight is sang by that gentleman right there, Sam Scola Songs. Sam Scola Songs, all of his songs are available on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you to his Sam Scola Songs and his wife, Mary. And the nice thing about the songs being available on YouTube and Spotify, he does have some comedy songs that he just released that are available on YouTube and Spotify. Definitely check those out. Really appreciate Sam Scola Songs. He does all the music for us here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. The intro, the outro, all of the sponsor songs, every single song you heard on the show has been done by that man right there, Sam Scola Songs. And you can check out his new releases of comedy songs right there on YouTube and Spotify. Definitely don't forget to do that. Another great thing about Sam Scola Songs is that you have an opportunity to meet him yourself. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. He's looking for a record deal, a great opportunity, something that will bring him to that next level that he has worked very hard for. Please do not spam him. Do not give him some bull junk. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com is for opportunities that are going to be magnificent. Please reach out, sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Thank you to songwriter Sam Scola Songs and his wife, Mary. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And as predicted, the Ravens did not take him, and the Seahawks. The next pick is the Saints, who are on the clock. Congrats to all of the draft picks, that have been taken so far in this 2025 draft. It's duly noted that, man, it takes a village to get drafted, and That's something all of these gentlemen should be very, very proud of themselves, very happy. You know, great schools. They go into great education there. LSU, Michigan, Alabama, Tulane, Oregon, Kansas State, Penn State. I saw UCF on there. So congratulations to all these men. Make sure. I know it might be tempted. Again, I'm gonna say this. You see somebody who has an OnlyFans account with saying something, I love the gym and dinos, and here's my OnlyFans account, running the other direction. Yes, they might be attractive. Yes, they might be looking good. I get it. But you are going down a slippery slope and it's not going to end well for you. I could have easily vetted this out and saw that it wasn't going to go good, wasn't going to go well. You know, this was just a recipe for disaster. Talking about the Shannon Sharpe thing. I pray that has a peaceful resolution, but don't get caught up, man. You're gonna have plenty of opportunities in life to meet the right one, and you'll know when you met the right one. This is not, you got a lot to protect. You got to protect the house, as they say it. Oh no, protect the house. You got to protect your assets. You got to protect the hard work that you put in. You cannot let it be taken by the wayside and lose everything, lose your opportunity by foolishness. You got to stay focused. Best way I can advise you, speaking of someone who's been a top performer in corporate America for many, many years, stay focused on what you're trying to achieve. Keep making goals for yourself. Keep climbing. Don't sit there and count your accolades. Don't let your head get big. If somebody says you're the man, appreciate it, shake the hand, but then think to yourself, how can I get better? How can I even get better? How can I get better? Keep working on perfecting your craft. Keep staying busy on that. Have tunnel vision. Don't get distracted by the stuff on the left and right, because there will be distractions along the way. And you got to tell some of these beautiful women no. You got to tell them no. 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 That's it. You got to tell them no. Or you ghost them. You give them their phone number. You don't call them again. Just, what do you got going on for yourself? That's what you should be saying. So what we got going on here on the Allen Alford Sports Show is a lot of big things that are coming up next. I'm definitely going to let you know that probably next weekend, but I definitely am looking forward to this event I got coming up tomorrow, which is covering the Hot Wheels event. The Hot Wheels event, I'm going to be doing that. And, see, the small world. I'm covering another car show type event, and that will be the Hot Wheels car show event, and that's going to be fantastic. I'll post those up. Want to thank All Pro Dad as well. Did their breakfast. Want to thank all the All Pro Dads and the kids. Want to thank Jason Hood, who's director there, as well as Tony Dungy. Jason Hood, because he helped provide shirts for a lot of the dads that was there, and I gave them out. And Tony Dungy, because he autographed a couple of books that we had, about 2 or 3 books that I had taken to him when I had the All Pro Dad experience, and we was able to give those out as well today, along with some other books. And it was awesome. So thank you to All Pro Dad, and thank you to Hot Wheels for the opportunity to cover their event, which I'm going to be there early to do that. Keep you posted on a lot more. Thank you to Tampa Baseball Museum. Thank you guys for chiming in, watching here today, and jumping in. Want to thank Lou, but we also want to thank, definitely everybody who chimed in. Let me just make sure. Yep. That's awesome. Sandy and Stefania, Vernon Hadnot. Yep. Vision Sounds. You guys are awesome. So let me just make sure that I don't miss anybody here before I sign off. and thank them as well. Let me just see here. Yes, so the pick is in for the Cleveland Browns. I just want to see who they taken. I don't expect they take Shedeur, but we will see. It's just the reason why I said it because they had several other picks prior to that. And if you were going to get him, I felt like you would have got him earlier, but you never know. We'll see. Let me give you an update on the score as well before I sign off here on the UFL game. Okay. It's 20-12. Memphis Showboats, 20-12. Memphis Showboats over the Birmingham Stallions. It's in the fourth quarter. I don't have the time but it's if you're the Stallions, better do something quick. And I'm just waiting for this last draft here. But yes, it's fantastic doing the show. I do have a big announcement I'm going to be making soon. I don't want to let that out just too soon. Just want to working on a couple things. I think you guys will be really excited about it. But yes, so that's going to be awesome. Let me just take a look here. See who the Browns have taken. Let me just see him. Just said the pick is in. Who's the pick? Yes. So once we get this pick here, yep. And then what else we got going on here? Oh yes, I did want to let you guys know that I will be at a Rays game next week, and I'm gonna give you guys some insight there. It's gonna be yes, I'll be at a Rays game next week, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so it's 20-18 Birmingham Stallions. I want to see if I get a better update on that. Let me see here. Yes. Okay. I want to get the Cleveland Browns last pick because if it's not there, then you have the Patriots and the Eagles and the Vikings. I can assure you those three teams won't take them. Maybe the 98th and 99th pick for the Raiders. If that doesn't happen there, then he's not going to get taken in the third round. I'm curious to see if who the Browns have taken. Oh, wow. The Browns did take a quarterback. They took Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. Man, this is like I said it was a humble pie. Then you got 2 extra to go. Well, guess what? You went to one of these food clinics. They gave you, humble pie that you could eat right now, and they gave you a whole box full that you could just take with you at this point. Because how many quarterbacks have been taken? The Patriots is going to be a no. The Eagles is going to be a no. The Vikings going to be a no. If he doesn't go in the 98th and 99th round to the Raiders, it's not going to happen. I do believe the Raiders have taken a quarterback already. I'll double check that. The 49ers is going to be a no there, and the Falcons and Texans are going to be a no because there is no need. But let me just see here. Let me just check. Oh, they've taken Aston Gentry, which is the running back. Boy State, big pick there. 6, Jack Beck, wide receiver, TCU, cornerback, Darian Porter from Iowa State. Let me see here. Yeah, so having said all that, listen, guys, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you. I'm going to wrap up the show. But before we do that, make sure I'm going to leave you with a great opportunity to get a great deal. Make sure you go ahead and take advantage of this. Thank you to Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce for being another one of our outstanding sponsors. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Make sure you go ahead and visit Chef G's right there, 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. Can't come down to Tampa, it's okay. Visit him at flbbqsauce.com, flbbqsauce.com. Once you go to the website, hit in the code GRILL20, and enjoy 20% off the Chef G special. So without further ado, we're going to play another Sam Scola song, and that's the Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce song. Let's go.
Comes in four varieties, Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs, tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Make sure you don't forget to visit Chef G's right there, 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. Can't come down to Tampa? That's all right. Visit him at flbbqsauce.com, flbbqsauce.com. Don't forget that great sauce. And the great thing is now you'll get ahead. If you go to flbbqsauce.com, hit in GRILL20, and enjoy 20% off right there at Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Let them know. Definitely you heard about them here at the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Let us also know how you thought about that sauce. Thank you, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, for being an outstanding sponsor here at the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. We tremendously appreciate you, and we tremendously appreciate you too. Thank you, folks, for joining in to another wonderful episode of the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. I tremendously appreciate you all more than you'll ever know. And it has been an honor doing the show. Make sure if you stay connected. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show there at YouTube. And like our page, doesn't cost anything. Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. And you can follow me right there on Instagram at Allen Alford _ and at X is Allen Alford right there. I'm trying to catch up to some of those early fans girls. I need to get me 500K and followers and then some. let me just go ahead and let you guys know. Thank you for all the comments and thank you for the love. Appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. You guys are awesome and tremendously appreciate you. So we have the Texans, the 2 picks for the Raiders. So we have the Texans, the pick is in. You have 2 picks for the Raiders, the San Francisco, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Vikings. I will tell you, the Texans just made for Jalen Smith. So the Raiders have 2 more picks. If they don't take him in the next 2 picks, it's a wrap. He's not going to get taken in the 3rd round. It's 20-20 in overtime for the Memphis Sobots and Birmingham Stallions. 20-20 in overtime. So it's coming down to the wire. So you guys will be able to check in if he gets picked in the last 98 or 99. But from then on in, I'm going to let you guys know. Thank you so much for watching another great episode of the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. I tremendously appreciate you all. Make sure you don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Have a blessed weekend. Be blessed, be well, be safe. Pray for you all. Pray for the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show and tremendous success. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys. Have a blessed weekend. Good night. Take care.
It's the end of the show. Let's thank all the fans before we go. It's the end of the show. The Allen Alford Sports Talk Radio Show. Thanking our special guest. Thanking our sponsor. It's the end of the show. Tune in again for next week's show. It's the end of the show. Thanking our host before we go. It's the end of the show. It's the end of the show.